going on with it, man? Welcome back. Welcome back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got my brother Jimmy
You
right
already
here.
know,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Brother from another mother. You know what I
You
mean?
did.
You know, happy to be back, man. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, man. Attitude of gratitude. You know what I mean?
Man, that's the best way to go. You know what I'm saying?
Surely.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got so much stuff to dive into. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, sometimes I feel like we should just keep the cameras rolling. You,
know what
I'm
I
saying?
mean?
Because we be having these conversations even
Yeah.
on the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
just tracking.
you know what I'm saying? Just chopping it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, so I mean, we giving into it. I mean, one of the subject we was talking about, you know, that and not even necessarily on the agenda was, you know, this back to what if black people was forced to go back to Africa, right?
yeah.
Because you got this thing where people
Right.
historically you hear people say, Go back
back
to
to
Africa.
Africa,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? It
Yeah.
has always been a talk, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember even during the pandemic where it was like, I'm telling you, it was a whole different world. And I remember like it was yesterday because like
Yeah.
my son was born in 2019, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it was like the world would seem like it was like something big going on that you can't
Right.
really put your finger on.
Yeah.
Like as if it could have been like a zombie apocalypse
Right.
or something crazy.
Right.
Like at the time I was living in LA, and like I remember catching a metro train downtown LA, and I had Lysol with me on the train.
Yeah. I remember.
Right? Because it was like
Everywhere.
you know, they was talking about this virus and
Yeah.
on Lysol and
You
say
touch
kills
something.
viruses, right?
Yeah.
So I'm at the train station spraying myself with
That's crazy,
with
man.
Lysol,
Yeah.
right? Which was crazy. But
Right.
when one of the Mexican dudes see me, he was like, "Hey, bro, let me get
Let
some
me
of that
get some
too."
of that, right? Because nobody really knew what was going on.
We didn't know what's going on.
If you touch
But-
something, you gonna die. It's like,
Right.
damn.
And
oh,
it was
what's
kind of
up,
like
man?
one of those things where it's like, I didn't realize that it was such a big deal
Yeah.
until the NBA started shutting down, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, hold on, time out. This is a multi-billion-dollar
Yeah.
corporation. You feel
Yeah.
me? And they about to close out
Yeah.
and miss out on millions of dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I think I need to do some investigating.
I need to figure out what's going on.
Right?
I think for me, when it kind of really hit me that, you know, all right, there's some stuff going on is when I saw pictures of like India was shut down, China shut down, Liberia shut
It
down,
was the only ones
New
open,
York,
huh?
Chicago. No, it was they was showing, you know, the
Oh, it was
cities.
still open?
Everything was shut
Yeah.
down. I mean, after everything shut down, like after January, February, March, April 2020, it was like 4 or 5 months into the pandemic, and it was like everybody quarantined, stay in the house, the schools is shut down, work is shut down, and I was just like, dang,
Yeah.
they shutting down every country. It's something else going on behind the scenes, or something. You know what I mean? I'm like, this must be real. But I saw this thing where they was in India, and to get people to stay in the house, they was whooping them with sticks. The police was walking around hitting them with sticks. Get in the house.
Get in the house like
What
a
are you doing?
angry
Get in the
parent,
house.
huh?
What are you doing?
And one of the tripped out parts was like I had went to I want to say like CVS. It was in Inglewood on like I want to say like Century, somewhere over by Burlington or whatever.
Yeah.
So I went to the CVS because I was trying to find some elderberry, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to figure out this
The
whole
elderberry is
thing, you
where it
feel
was
me? I'm
at.
like,
Yeah.
I hear that elderberry can boost your immune system, right? Bro, I swear the whole shelf was empty, bro. It had one more elderberry left.
Won't he do it? Thank you, God.
And I grabbed it, and I felt bad because after I grabbed it, it was an old black man coming up in there like, with an elderberry.
You ain't give it to Grandpa.
Hold on. Hey, man, it's every man for
Yeah,
themselves,
straight
brother.
up. No women
And
and
I had
children.
a daughter,
no,
too. I'm really thinking
Yeah.
about my daughter.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me? I'm like, nah, man.
For
shoot.
sure, man.
We trying to survive, brother.
got
like,
time for that,
God
brother.
bless you, though. Like,
If it
I don't
come,
wish nothing evil on you, brother.
if it
you
come
know
down
what
for
I'm
me or you, it's gonna be you every time, brother. Damn,
I'm
man.
telling you.
And the pandemic was crazy.
It was
times,
crazy,
man.
bro.
I just don't think that if another pandemic hit, that people would take it as serious. You know what I mean? Like I don't think so. But yeah, the pandemic was crazy times.
was
You had to
crazy.
be there, man.
You had to.
Had to be there. And then for the babies, like my daughters was young, I think 3 and 5 when the pandemic hit. So it's like they still remember, you know, and they gonna grow up and be like, I remember the pandemic. It's like, man, that's crazy.
It was crazy, bro, because it was like, at a point in time, it was like some of the workers that never get no appreciation.
Yeah.
What they had a word for it was
essential workers.
Was it essential
workers? I think
workers?
it was like the essential workers.
People who work for grocery stores, and gas stations, and stuff that really couldn't afford for them to shut down. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if they had got an extra little money for their hourly wage at one point or something like that, which was cool. But during that time in LA, it started to become like a zombie apocalypse. You feel me? Because what happened was they started telling everybody to stay in the house, and all the young gangbang homies wasn't feeling that. You know
was
what I'm
outside.
Saying?
I ain't gonna lie.
Rebellious. I mean, that's the essence of you know, growing up in the hood, because it's like we get told so many rules and stuff like that. You know, that it's like it get irritating after a while. You're like, bro, I feel like a slave listening to all of these rules.
If
you
the
know
world
what I mean?
going in, this is what it is. We still outside.
Right. Exactly. And then comes the Pooh Shiesty mask.
Yeah. And
change the hood.
You know
forever,
what's crazy about the Pooh Shiesty mask, bro, is that, you know, I remember going like to the bank, right? You know what I'm saying? And they, you know, you could go up to the ATM with the mask on, people in the store. You know, I come in the store with the mask on, I'm like, man, you gonna let black people know that it's cool to walk in places with mask on?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's crazy, man.
I mean, because it's like technically they can't do nothing because it's not a law preventing it.
Do?
But even if it was, because like I was online and I seen this lady was like, we need better gun reform to stop all of these shootings and all the stuff. And I was like, no, we don't need more gun reform.
Yeah.
Because anytime you got money, you can get a gun.
Straight
you
up.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, there's no way. Like, can we just throw that whole idea away? Because, like, I know some people. You know what I'm saying?
I might be one of those guys.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying everybody knows somebody that knows somebody.
For sure.
And from what I've learned and understand about this universe and this planet we live on, is that it all revolves around currency.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know,
money moves everything around me. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it should be like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be more about love. You know what I'm saying? Appreciating your neighbor, compassion,
unity.
You know, stuff like that. But of course, I mean, it's not. We live in America, man. It's a capitalistic society.
This is America, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's the richest country in the world with the most poverty down there.
Yeah, and not only that, you know, if it's anybody who understands America, it's black people. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I got this song, you know, that I've been wanting to write for a long time, and it's like, it's speaking on that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, being like, waking up black. I'm back in America.
Mm-hmm.
Like I woke up back in America, and it's like I'm black in America, but it's like Captain America. Like you can get Captain America. It's a lot of it's a lot of spins on it, because it's like I was talking to this white dude. I was walking through the parking lot of Walmart the other day.
Yeah.
And this white guy had this nice old school. And I'm thinking like, this old school nice. I could tell he homeless. Yeah. The whole thing is full of trash. You know what I mean? Except the driver's seat. You know what I mean? Why you have to laugh? Hey, this is, by the way, this is my dog. We laugh all day, so you know,
be like this.
Caught on camera, you know. But so I asked him, I'm logical with this stuff, right? I'm like, what you like? You want to sell it? You feel me? Because,
I know you want to sell it.
Because my ideology behind asking him this is that you doing bad right now. I can tell. You feel me? I'm not here to judge you.
Right.
We all, you know, this human experience is a mug. You know what I'm saying?
We all been there.
But I asked him respectfully, how old are you? He laughing a little bit. 75.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I'm like how many years you think you got to enjoy life? You know what I'm saying?
It's a cold, hard question. Hey, brother, you almost on your way up out of here.
Bro, if your old school, you can get 10,000 for this old school right now.
Go let me enjoy that, player.
Like, who do you want to give this car to when you leave, sir? You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, boy, he said, I got 500 right now.
I wouldn't go. He ain't gonna
I'm
take
just
nothing like
messing
that.
with
I got 5K for you right now, man.
for
What's
sure.
happening?
Yeah.
But
Don't let
he
it
didn't
go.
want to sell it. You know, there's many people who got old schools though, and I get it because it's like he may never find one in a lifetime. You know what I'm
it might be a pastime too, as well. You know, for him, something that's like sentimental that they, you know, a lot of elder people hold on to.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
for
right.
sure.
But you know, I just feel like, excuse me, it's frustrating a little bit because on one hand, I was like, I know that he probably scared that if he sell it, he gonna blow the money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's illogical. Like, okay, I know that if I sell this,
Yeah.
I might go to the casino, start feeling myself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Might meet a couple ladies. You know what I'm saying? Start tricking, whatever the case. But you know, not trying to spend too much time on it. But
Yeah.
back to the pandemic thing. The reason why I was even wanting to dive in that was because like it was that back to Africa conversation was popping up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and I was just like, because like I was talking, was like, man, I think one of the dopest jobs you could have would be writing movie screenplays and selling them to production companies.
That'd be dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like a dream job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta be something. That'd be a dope
I
dream
got
job.
so many ideas, you know, to create. So.
Right. So then I thought about this movie, this Back to Africa. Like, if black people was forced to leave America
Right.
and go to Africa,
What would that look like?
what would that look like?
Yeah.
Tell me what you think it'll look like, because I have my own perspective, and I would love to, you know.
So to be honest, you know, it really just depends because, you know, when you're talking about Africa, Africa is not a country. It's a continent with 54 countries within it, and so it's over 1 billion people in Africa. So
see that,
I mean, it's such a broad perspective. It's a broad question to ask because are you sending people?
Let's just talk about the continent then. We're not going to talk about Africa as a country. Let's talk about it as a continent.
As a continent, it really just
Right.
depends on where, you know. There's so
all
many,
over, just like the slave trade. You know how they just
Yeah.
dropped them off and just kept, you know,
Yeah.
different places,
And so I think your experience would definitely be different.
from place to place.
It reminds me of like, you know, I have a lot of friends that came here and came to the Bay Area from Hurricane Katrina. I think that was 2005.
I met quite a
06.
few people during that time.
Yeah,
from New Orleans.
and you know, remember when we went out to Houston, when we moved to Houston, it was the same thing. There was a lot of
people from
and so
Katrina,
it's like,
right.
you know, when you force from the place that you know as New Orleans, you know, the people who go to Chicago are gonna have a different experience than the people that's going to San Francisco or New York or
Sure,
you know, when
sure,
you displace, I feel like if they told all black people in America to go back to Africa, it'd be like we're all displaced from what we know and
Right.
we just all show up in different places.
So what if it was like this? What if they somehow the government was able to go to certain cities, like going to Oakland? You know, Trump don't like Oakland. You know, got him on that list. Man. We
Yeah.
hope them guards don't go down. to Oakland,
don't go
man.
to the town,
Please,
man.
Stay
Come
away
on
from
now.
Oakland and Chicago.
Straight up.
You know, somehow they captured all the black people from, like how ICE doing, right?
Yeah.
Capture all the black people, you know, putting them and then shipping, let's say, all these Oakland people going to Nigeria. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And all
Nigeria's
these San Francisco, Richmond. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Nigeria's. I know there's a lot of. There's at least when I was like, I was looking at something like this back in before the pandemic hit. Like, you know, certain countries. I know in Liberia took over the United States Constitution like a long time ago. Because there was some brothers who was on that, some African Americans that went over to Liberia. I forgot so many years ago, and they actually made it to where right now, as a United States citizen, you're an automatic dual citizen. So you don't have to apply for visa or nothing like that in the country of Liberia. Now, I know that's for Liberia, and I know at least like another 13 countries that are willing to accept black Americans, and not just black Americans, black people, melanated people who have been displaced from Africa originally. So some countries, you know, it may be like a resistance. Like, you know, there are people who I know right now who don't like black African Americans who are African. You know, and I know
I've had several encounters with Africans that wasn't very pleasant.
It
you know what I'm
wasn't
saying,
cool.
As a black American.
Absolutely. And then
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who are really cool with African Americans.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, it just really would depend on the actual country, you know. So
I can see that, and I feel like in my opinion, I feel like it'll be two different things, right?
yeah,
Because I'm gonna say this, and I don't, I don't want to be judged for what I'm saying. Whatever,
Right.
who cares?
yeah.
It's a difference between black people, blacks, and niggas.
And
You know what I'm
niggas,
saying?
I'm already knowing.
So I feel like, and it's high, low vibrations. You
For
feel what
sure.
I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like I could honestly see the black people, black Americans, civilized,
For sure.
taxpaying,
Yeah,
great people. You by the way, you know what I'm saying? Hey, love on somebody from the black
Yeah.
from the black community. Hey, but look, you know what? I can see the black people apologizing for the niggas. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm sorry, man. We love you guys.
But y'all can't
We
come.
feel connected to our culture.
yeah.
We're not happy to be forced from where we from, but we happy to be in our roots. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
And then I can see the niggas like, it's kind of like egocentric. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because in the black, in that community of, YNs, whatever you want to
Yeah.
classify, it's
Yeah.
like, if you make me feel uncomfortable, make me feel less.
We're gonna turn up.
It's not necessarily
Build
the best idea. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I feel like a lot of the leadership, especially like, higher government officials, police, maybe elders, they not gonna be happy with all the violence and drama that we bring
Yeah.
in the community of our dysfunction
We can't have that.
that the United States government created. In my
Absolutely.
opinion,
Definitely created.
poverty does a number on us. As people over time. It's like,
So to kind of make it a little bit relatable to the times right now, my little sister Monty, shout out to you, little sis. She was showing me something about it's a show where it's like the bad girls, it's like the baddies though,
right.
and they got baddies Africa. and immediately when it's like in the 6th episode or whatever, but I couldn't even
Yeah.
watch the first one. I think they were in Kenya, right? And they got these beautiful
It sounds
Kenyan.
like a place I would love to visit.
Kenyans amazing. I know a lot of Kenyans. They speak Swahili. Shout out to all the Kenyans, man. Beautiful people.
Right.
And I don't know if that was Maasai or Kikuyu people, but they was beautiful people and they was singing and they was all in their robes and
it's the
stuff.
difference between like
And these
Tutsi.
man, these hoes
What was
start
that?
these hoes start
Hotel
fighting.
Rwanda?
Nah, not like that. But these hoes start fighting and cussing and throwing each other.
It was bad. It was
and
like
then
they
people
was mimicking.
people was looking like we've never seen this. Like, what are they doing? Like,
they showing off for the camera.
and so there's a lot of people. There's a difference between black people and niggas.
Right.
A lot of difference between black women and them hoes. And it's a lot of people that's not ready to go
sure.
certain. One of my partners, I don't take them certain places. You
Right,
know,
right.
and I know which friends to differentiate. And so if there was a Back to Africa movement, we'd have to separate between. Who is who? Who's on bullshit? Like that.
Right.
Because I felt like it was a disgrace. I'm like, these hoes is fight, and I love different cultures and learning about other cultures. And man, I know these people sitting up there like we ain't inviting y'all back, and they kept saying like you cannot fight in these places,
Right,
and
right.
we're gonna ban y'all is what they were saying. And they think baddies, and I'm like, this is such a bad look because this ain't how we act. You know what I mean?
And that kind of made me think about like Aaron the plumber, right? Who I think is dope. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
I like how he was able to turn his situation
Yeah.
and use social media to become a public figure. You know what I mean?
for surely. In a real way.
But he like throwing them things. You know what I'm saying?
In a real way, man. Yeah.
he like throwing
I
them
don't
things.
like
You know what I'm
that.
saying? And sometimes I be feeling bad for him, and I wish that he had people around him. Or
Yeah.
and it's gonna lead me into our next subject. I
Yeah.
wish that I was a person of status that could
Yeah,
be able
for sure. Yeah.
a celebrityism,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But the thing
celebrityism.
is that, because I want to tell him like, bro, like you already made it right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don't let these people trick you.
Out of your position.
Because it's like, man, we so violent within our black community. You know what
sure.
I'm saying? And nobody invincible.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I reckon with the streets and gang culture, because it's a sense of arrogance that comes with that lifestyle that is detrimental to one's well-being. You know what I'm saying? Meaning leading into self-destruction. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
And this this whole concept of celebrityism, I feel like it's kind of weak, and I don't like it.
Yeah, for sure.
And the reason why I say that is because, and not that I'm hating, I'm bitter.
Right.
I should have been a celebrity. No, it ain't nothing like that. It's like I believe in showing respect and love to everybody.
For sure, yeah.
Whether it's
no
the
matter
CEO
who they
or the
are.
janitor.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
half the time I might show more love to the janitor.
Straight up.
Because he might play one of the most crucial roles in the corporation, but don't get no respect. You know what I'm saying? Overlooked, overshadowed.
Yeah.
I like the underdogs. You know what I mean?
For sure. It's because we come from the bottom.
Right.
You know, we come from the mud. So, you know, I think some people, when they make it, they kind of forget that.
Right.
You know, and I had a situation in 2023 when I was in Scottsdale, Arizona. I had some coworkers invited me to a rooftop. I forgot how many stories up. It was the tallest building in Scottsdale, Arizona for the New Year's, the 3-2-1 drop. And, you know, I'm sitting up here talking with people, just being myself and, you know, moving through the crowd and whatnot. And I started to realize that these people are young entrepreneurs. And, you know, they're talking about we made $650,000 last year in our business. And I'm realizing basically I'm around millionaires. And I would at the time.
Do they believe in charity?
I was trying to figure out who was
donate to the United Negro Fund, man. You know?
of America, man. Yeah, but yeah, you know, and I was just networking, but they always gravitated towards me, you know, and they're just trying to figure out who is this guy, and I'm, you know, I done been around millionaires and all type of people. I done been in other countries in front of, you know, sultans and all type of people, and so. I went outside. I had left the party because I had to make a very important phone call, you know what I'm saying, to my family and everybody else. And so as I was outside, I got off the phone, and there was a couple that was sitting on the ground outside, you know, and, you know, whatever. And we ended up having a conversation, just chopping up. They was homeless, you know what I mean? But we had an amazing, dope conversation, man. We sitting up there laughing, you know, shooting the shit, going back and forth, him and his wife. Just, they was amazing people, talented and everything, just down on their luck. And so long story short, my friend came outside and was like, you know, what were you doing? You know, we going back up the elevator. What were we doing out there? She's like, and I said, I was talking to those people. She said, how is it, Jimmy, that you talking to millionaires for an hour, and then you're talking to homeless people for an hour too? It's like, you know, because if the bank shuts down right now, like, you know, everybody's on the equal playing field. It's like, you know, I'm a people person. I don't care what's in your bank account. You know what I'm saying? Right. I like genuine people, and so, you know, celebrityism. I don't care about celebrities, and I think, and I've been around celebrities for a long time.
Right? Could you name any?
So I did security for Mike Epps. Rick Ross. I really don't care, you know what I mean? I was a supervisor for a security company for all the major events, you know, here in Sacramento, the Bay Area.
Like, how many celebrities have you think you've seen in your lifetime? Like, I mean, not a number or whatever, but can you think of some? Because this is one question I was gonna ask along this.
Yeah,
topic, I feel like the most celebrities I've probably seen was when I lived in Houston.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of celebrities in Houston.
I think I've seen the most here.
Yeah.
Just working, you know, because I work the artist entry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't work, you know, out in the crowds or the front gates. All my guards do. So I was working artist entry. You know,
right.
I'm sitting here next to Burna Boy. You know what I'm saying? Shots and Tim's is right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that they respect me is because I'm not looking for autographs or none of that. I'm really just like chilling, you know what I mean? My boy Manny and whatnot, he throws most of the festivals and whatnot, the Soul Bloom, the Lost in Rhythm Festival. I was on stage when Burna Boy was performing, you know what I mean? In the back, but still, it's just like, it really doesn't bother me of your status. And I think that that's why people respect me who are of, you know, like wealthy celebrities, because I don't get starstruck. You know, shout out to Starstruck Apparel.
Right,
because of Marcel.
I think when I was in Houston, I seen, because I was going to Texas Southern University, so they would have like celebrities come and do panels and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, like Bun B,
Yeah.
Terrence Howard. I'm actually running into Chris Brown at the mall. A lot more than I could think of right now.
Right.
But and not to name drop, it really don't even matter because at the end of the day, they still regular people. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of, but one thing that I do like, and I feel like one thing that I feel like I've done, not even purposefully, but just like maybe subconsciously, and it's probably because a lot of us from Sacramento actually migrated from the Bay Area. But there's a lot of people that I know grew up with that's from Sac, but their roots go back to the Bay, but they don't claim the Bay because, like for me, I lived in Vallejo, for quite some years, since 4 years old, but I never claimed Vallejo because I feel like I can go out there and get lost in such a small city.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, you can get lost anywhere, but if I get lost in Sac, I'm going to go back to the main street and I'm going to know exactly how to get home.
Or the freeways. I know the freeways.
You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But I feel like the culture of celebrityism, to me, I feel like it's whack because it's like, it make people feel like they not important if they not a celebrity. Right?
Yeah.
Like I heard this one girl was like, "Oh my God, I got an opportunity to meet with what's her name? I don't Jocelyn Hernandez, right?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's the cabaret chick.
what's
they
that?
got a new show out.
It's a new show. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember Jocelyn from Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
That was my introduction.
Stevie J. Because I'm not going back to the strip club.
That was my introduction of Jocelyn Hernandez. And I'm not saying nothing wrong.
Right.
Because I felt like I had a discussion amongst some sisters about Stevie J.
Right.
And they have strong feelings.
Right.
About they dislike towards Stevie J.
Right.
Which I can understand. But I not rocks with Stevie J. You know what I mean? But and I'm not trying to be biased, like. I'm pro Ratchet of the guy, and anti Ratchet of the girl, and I'm not trying to say that. I feel like everybody, even if you dislike them, they can have likable traits.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can have charisma, personality, whatever that draws you to them, which is typically how it goes.
Right.
And I feel like I'm not a big fan of Jocelyn because it's like she's kind of like the token or the face of what you got to do to become popping from a basic girl to a celebrity in the wrong way. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I feel like it ain't cool for education no more. Like, nobody want to be educated. They just want to be famous.
That's
you know
crazy.
what I mean? People doing pranks, risking their life.
That's crazy.
To go viral.
Yeah, we didn't grow up like that at all.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't play with people like that.
Clout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I respect everybody. I don't care what your status is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because
no, I was just gonna say, and some celebrities is hella cool. I forget the little dude name, man, but he was just like, yeah, man, nobody touched my fans. They could run on the stage like we don't even need y'all security. I'm like, bro, we don't work for you. We contracted with the city. Like, you don't pay us, so we still got a job to do. And this was during the time where somebody had ran up on Dave Chappelle and tackled him and whatnot. But and then there was another lady, her name is Karol G. She's an international star. She's not just in America, but she did songs with Nicki Minaj and all type of people. She's from Colombia. But I asked her, I said, when they came into artist entry, it was like 6, Colombian women. They all was beautiful. They all had $1,000, hair and diamond chains. And I asked, well, who's the artist? Who's Karol G? Yeah. And she was just like, oh, yeah, well, I'm Karol G. Woo. Like, she wasn't like, you don't know me? You know what I'm saying? It's like some celebrities have that kind of,
right.
I think Rick Ross was like that, just walking past everybody like, bruh.
Because, and now that I think about it, I did see it. Because when I moved to L.A., I was seeing a lot of celebrities in L.A. too.
Yeah.
Especially at the church I was going to. Shout out to One L.A. on La Brea Melrose. Shout out to PT. But one of the I used to volunteer there, and I open up the door, or I'll show people, where to sit at or whatever.
Yeah.
But one person who would come in frequently was Common, and one thing I liked about Common was he don't want to sit up front. He don't want no special treatment.
That's what's up.
He's gonna sit in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
And I like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like he it's kind of like what they call it, man of the people.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a lot of people want to be famous, but it's a lot of famous people who don't want to be famous.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't live a regular. You can't.
I think Adam Sandler's like that too. He be just showing up in
And,
regular clothes.
Jim Carrey too.
I was gonna bring Jim Carrey up first. I think Jim Carrey is cool in the culture. He coming to the cookout for sure.
Right.
He a cool cat.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the youth.
For sure. For
You know,
sure.
the love for the youth.
Love for the youth.
What does that look like these days?
So to me, and this one thing I'm very passionate about for my music, it's part of my purpose and my mission.
Mm-hmm.
I love YNs, bro.
Yeah.
I love them, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I rock with all the YNs.
I
out
just
there,
started
bro.
saying the term YN like a month ago. I ain't even gonna lie.
Somebody broke it down.
Somebody
on social
broke
media.
it
was
down
like,
who they
if you
is.
from this to this, you an OG.
Right.
You this to this, you
Yeah,
You
yeah,
this to
yeah.
this,
You
you a YN. You
Yeah,
feel me?
I'm definitely Unc for show now. You know what I mean?
Man, I can't even accept it, man. You
yeah,
know
I'm
what I'm saying?
Unc for show, man.
I'm like E40, man. I'm on my third childhood.
yeah, I'm
man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but
my
look
third
though.
go around.
So love for the youth. I love
Yeah.
YNs because I used to be there.
Yeah,
And I love them because
yeah.
I understand them,
Straight up.
bro. And it's in a world of confusion,
Yeah,
in a world of being misunderstood,
for sure.
in the world where your mother not loving you properly,
Yeah,
your father not around,
yeah. Teachers don't teach no more. Like
teachers don't value you,
nobody cares really.
the principal don't like you,
Yeah, for sure.
the police don't like you, security don't like you.
Surely.
You get followed around the store.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? When you come home, you're not embraced.
for sure.
You know what I mean? And it's because everybody is running on fumes when it comes to the love department. You know what I'm saying? The lack of love that I feel like that we don't have enough. I feel like our disconnection with God in the black community has become so big that you can see where we are
Yeah,
as a result of us shying away from God. And I feel like black people, we need God, and we spiritual people,
yeah,
and we got away from that
for sure.
for a lot of reasons. I feel like with Big Mama and them, dragging us to church,
We don't got that no more.
pulling you by the ear.
Nobody doing that no more. Pinching your leg, trying to wake back up. I used to hate my mama pinch me on my leg.
Man,
Her
mama
nails
walk
used to
me
be this.
outside the church.
Oh,
boy.
you know when you get walked out to the back, it's a wrap, and everybody watch you too.
Hey, I'm telling you.
They know what's finna happen to y'all, and they might, depending on how big your church, they might hear it. Pastor gonna keep talking like he don't hear me getting my ass whooped in the back.
But he gonna know what it is though. he whooping the devil out that boy.
Beat the hell out of him for real.
Right. Hey, don't
Literally.
spare the ride. Whatever that's
Spare the rod and spoil the child. Yeah, they use it to their advantage.
And I remember my mama walking me out Calvary Christian Center up in Del Paso
Pastor
Heights.
Godot, huh?
Right,
Yeah,
Pastor Godot.
Gangsta Godot.
Shout out Pastor Godot. And grabbed me by my collar, boy, you better change your attitude. We would go back in. All right, mama. And mama was like Mike Tyson. Boy,
Hey, your mom ain't nothing to play with. You know what I mean?
But
Straight up.
I feel like one thing that I seen though, like I remember my mama, because my mom was like the first disciple that I seen in my life.
Yeah.
Going through a change. She used to do stuff that used to irritate us all. We'll go to Walmart. The homeless, I don't know why, bro. The homeless people used to always come up to my mama asking for a ride. And And my mama be like, all right, get in. We be like, mama, hell
Come
no.
on.
We ain't
Yeah.
trying to be up in the car with this dude.
I don't even
You
know.
know, right? My mama let a homeless dude live in our house.
Oh man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All kind of stuff, you know, and I
Yeah.
see my mama doing these acts of kindness, random acts of kindness, you know, in the name of the Lord. And I remember one day, my mom got a call from one of her elder friends and her son, her grandson, because she was taking care of her grandkid, because his mother, father, whatever. But bro was with the business, you know what I mean? And I could resonate with it because me and my brother was with the business too. You feel me? Like we got
real
mama used to drag us to church, but church wasn't it wasn't in us. You know what I mean?
Up. I'm only here so I don't get fined, Mom. Shout out to Marshall. I'm only here so I don't get fined.
For real, it's like, hey, when I got in the car waiting on me when I get back out this church, hey, I don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
And the thing is that like she loved him so much though. She called my mama over here to pray with her to spare her grandson. You feel me?
Yeah.
And me and my brother was looking at him like, man, this little.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, they better leave this they better leave this boy alone, boy. I'm telling you, that boy like that. You feel me? And what I think, one thing that happened was we seen a lot of our older church mothers poor, struggling financially. Yeah. But that makes something happen, you feel me?
Out of nothing.
You
Straight
you
up.
go to the refrigerator, your stomach be growling. You be like, bro, I ain't got nothing here. Let Big Mama come up over there, I'm telling you. She gonna have a whole meal.
Whip up a meal of everything.
Like where the chicken came from.
I got you, baby. I can't have my baby starved.
Right.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you know, the grandmas is 27. You know what I'm saying? 25-year-old grandmas.
Yeah. Shout out to the elders, man. I felt like I wouldn't be where I'm at today. You know, and when I was younger, when I was a kid, I never hung around kids. When I was a kid, though, I never hung around kids. Like my mom, they always used to be like, you know, you was so different than everybody else. Even when I was 4 or 5, she like, you know, used to just hang around and listen to the adults. And fortunate for me, I was actually just talking about this with somebody the other day that, you know, some of the same things that we learned growing up from the elders, you know, I say to my daughters, you know, today, you know, fix your face before I fix it for you. You know what I'm saying? You want to cry? I'll give you something to cry about.
One of the ones that my mom used to say that I feel like I brought you in this world.
I take you out. You already know. She said in front of pastor
and I don't think she was playing. You feel?
Mama meant that. But you know, one thing though, like the first person you was talking about who was discipleship, it was my mother and my father. And I think I can very much remember the situation that happened that actually my mother and my father decided to give their life to God. It was something super bad that happened that I witnessed, I saw it.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad, you know, how he was always a leader.
Yeah.
You know, even, you know, in the streets or in, you know,
yeah.
business. I won't talk about that, but, you know, I saw things and how he orchestrated and people listened to him, you know what I mean? And so
some people just got that natural born leadership.
For sure. And I saw that how he used his leadership, you know, when it came to the streets. And then I seen, you know, like I just couldn't believe the turnaround, you know. And I remember one time we was somewhere and we used to go with our church. My mom used to take us all out, you know what I'm saying? And we used to go to different places and knock on doors and invite people to church. You know, I was a kid. And we knocking on doors for hours and hours, inviting people to the church. And my mom asked me, she said, "Where's your dad at?" Because I don't know where my pops had went. And we keep knocking on doors and stuff. And I look across the street and it was a bunch of niggas when I first came up who was shooting dice in front of the liquor store. Yeah. And when I seen my dad again, he had them all in a circle praying. Yeah. I'm like, bruh, that's real discipleship. You know, we knocking on doors, you know what I mean? We inviting these people to church and they already got other church homes. That's where, you know, we need to be. And I just thought it was so powerful, you know, to see my dad, tooled up and some of the stuff I seen him do, as a kid, and then to see him, laying dormant, worshiping God was just like, dang.
Yeah.
But I know why he did it. Now that I'm, in my 30s,
Yeah.
and I have, almost teenagers going into teenagers now, it's the same reason why I had to change my life around is because of my kids.
Right,
and I want to be here and I want to teach them, a different way that they don't have to go the same route. And so I think my father understood that very early, and I'm really grateful for my father. I come from a long line of great, genuine, intellectual, powerful, spiritual people, grandparents, great-grandparents. I used to think that my aunties and uncles was my aunties and uncles, but really there was my great aunties and uncles. There was my mom and my dad's aunties and uncles. But that's just how cool we was. I'm like, that's my uncle. And my dad's like, that's my actual uncle, and we don't have that these days. You know what I'm saying? People don't know past their grandma if they know that, so. It's
absolutely.
It's definitely a cutoff.
Yeah. I hear a lot of great things about your dad, man. Rest in peace to him.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah.
Most
definitely.
Long live Jimmy Armstrong Sr.
Most definitely, man. The great.
Yeah, I mean, we need people like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why I feel like I've been trying to get closer to God in this season of my life, because I feel like God need me to be like that too. Because the reason why when you was telling me the story, I knew what you was about to say before you said it.
Yeah.
Because I actually had that same kind of encounter with people before.
Yeah.
Like, when I met you, we was, both on our God hype. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And I remember going to my brother's apartments, and I don't know, I was just witnessing the people. And next thing you know, we in the circle. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm talking to this Latino guy. I got a dude translating. Hey, tell him this.
Translator, tell him I said this.
Disrespect to Catholics. I'm telling him, I'm like, brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all worship Mary, we worship Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. You know what I mean?
Surely.
But I definitely want to, be, work on myself, just continue to work on myself to be a strong representation of God's love and the things that he want to do on the earth, which is also one of the topics of discussion. You know what I mean? We changed it from black love black, self-love, all in the same
all of
thing,
that,
right?
It all coincides together.
Absolutely, because I feel like we talk about across the board mental health.
Yeah,
we got to work on our mental health.
It's real.
It is real, and I know I battle with it. Battle with depression. Life be hard sometimes.
Yeah,
and when things is out of your reach, and you know that you can reach it.
Yeah.
Or just life not going your way when you're doing your best, it's frustrating.
For sure.
But I do think us as black people, we got to give each other grace, because our biggest enemy has always been the United States government.
Straight
up. And I don't think that people acknowledge that enough. There's a lot of systems in place from white supremacy, which I'm not against white people.
Hundreds of years.
I love white people.
Systems.
I love everybody.
You know
my grandmama white. You know what I mean?
My mama a little mixed, you know.
On my dad's side, my grandma. Hey, grandma.
Yeah, hey, grandma.
I love you. Miss you cooking.
Yeah.
Hey, but all jokes aside, I feel like mental health, physical health, spiritual health,
soulful, just everything,
financial health,
for sure.
And it might be one I'm missing too.
Spiritually, mentally, physically, soulfully, financially, economically, globally.
Things that we got to work towards. And I feel like one thing that I want to start doing more and talk about more is nice. Being nice is a foreign thing in the black community.
Yeah.
We have a very, very unfamiliar, uncomfortable relationship with the term nice. It's foreign.
Yeah.
We don't really know. We don't understand it. We don't receive it well a lot of times. And I feel like through trauma, through things that we haven't healed from.
Yeah.
And I feel like some of these things take a lifetime to heal from.
Yeah.
And some people are trapped inside of that that 13-year-old
Straight up.
person who got hurt.
Trauma.
You know what I'm saying?
Unhealed trauma, for sure.
It shrinks you. You know what I mean? And I meet people and they be like, I might meet a person that's like 45. Here you go. I have met people who's 45.
Yeah.
And as I've got to know them,
Right.
spend time around them, understand how they are.
Exactly. Still stuck. It's crazy. Yeah, you got a lot of wise young people, and you got a lot of old fools for sure.
And I'm not even trying to classify the person as an old fool. But I just feel like I feel like just a big lack of maturity with men, amongst men. And the reason why I say that is because we have a very what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say we have a uncomfortable relationship with our own ego, our own pride.
For sure,
right?
yeah, most definitely.
And I believe God gave men egos, right? You see little boys, they have like this dominate, I'm a king, you know what I'm saying? From birth, dang there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't touch my toys, and you know what I mean?
Straight up.
Like, you know, it's like, but I feel like maybe God gave us the ego, because I feel like the ego kind of coincides. When I think of ego, I think of kingship, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want people to talk to me any kind of way,
Yeah.
you know, disrespectfully, or treat me wrong, or cut me in line, cut me in traffic.
It's called respect.
You know, I want people to show
Yeah.
respect, but I also want people to see the crown on my head. You feel what I'm saying? You know, and I feel like what the enemy does is trick people out their position and out their kingship.
Mm-hmm.
We have this, you know, how the superhero and the villain. Somehow in today's time, the villain has become more popular
Right, most
than the
definitely.
superhero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and the villain is popularized, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially in hip hop and just in general. Because one thing NWA was talking about was hip hop is a reflection of the reality that they got live in every day. You know what I'm saying? And when you listen to hip hop, how much of the drill music and the murder culture, how toxic it is for the youth.
It drives them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things that I feel like it's toxic, and for people who have any influence, which kind of gets me to the gang culture thing, right?
Yeah.
I feel like gang banging should have an expiration date.
What age you say is a little bit too old to be gang banging? Let's talk about this, because it's a real thing.
I personally feel like if you gang banging past 30, you should give it up. You know what I'm saying?
I think like 27 is
if you lucky enough to make it that far.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
right.
You already won the Olympics. You know?
You made it, sir. You can go ahead.
You
and
won the
put up-
championship, man. You got the
Right.
ring. You feel me?
Right.
But see, the thing is this though. What happens is, as the person gang banging, they're building a name for themselves. Their reputation is everything.
Mhm.
But then their little brothers, their little cousins,
Just
the
watch
ones who they got influence over their own children,
Mhm.
grow up and imitate this whole thing.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that a lot of gangsters are lying. What they trying to
Right.
make this thing look all pretty.
And it ain't.
It ain't pretty.
Ugly.
It really is. It's,
Yeah.
And they try to make it seem like, oh, I ain't worried about my ops, all of this type of stuff. It's like, bro, you know when they just seen you last,
You really worried about them.
you
for
worried,
sure.
you losing
Scared.
sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm not saying some people ain't like, some people really like that.
For sure.
They got a time in hip hop where it was a bunch of corny studio gangster rappers.
cornballs. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now they got some real street.
They
niggas.
got some. They got some YNs that's with it.
They got
you
some.
know?
They got some people you can't be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and I was kind of looking forward to that,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that it was gonna be like this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I think it's all about having that type of personality that you talked about. You know what I'm saying? More than just being
Transparency, right?
more than just
Be
being
real.
nice. I mean, like sometimes, you know, I'll see somebody, right? And they look at me, we lock eyes. You know what I mean? I'll be like, what's up with you, black man? What's happening? You know, I was like, oh, what's up? You know what I'm saying? On some, I'm cool. It's like a kind of like, I'm letting you know that I'm a cool cat and I ain't on that shit. So, You know, I feel like sometimes people open up, or somebody will come around. I'll be somewhere and they got this, you know, this hard outer shell because you know they have to,
Sure.
you know, protect themselves from being their real self. And then when I engage with them and they see that I'm cool, next thing you know, I got them laughing like a kid. They laughing, chopping up
Yeah.
like we laughing.
Yeah,
It's like
sure,
you
sure.
came in a whole nother way, but you know, I
Yeah.
was able to diffuse it just because my energy ain't on that.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
And I think that's a special gift that you have, and I
For
feel like
sure.
a lot of people that I've had relationships with that's from Frisco,
Yeah.
they all kind of got that same kind of, like, I can't explain it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like they can go to any city and just blend in with people. You know what I'm saying? And have people looking at them like, oh, that's the guy right there. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my brothers, Lundeezy, Free London. You know, we went to high school together, but we also used to live next door to each other. But man, one of the dopest dudes in the world, man. He been locked up probably for like 17, 18
I'm about
years.
to say 20 years, huh?
Yeah, close to 20.
Close to it.
And I want the youth to know that this will come with it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Jail is ugly.
This is, you can flip a coin,
Yeah.
heads or tails, whichever one you want. It's death or jail.
Them is the only two options.
Whichever one, you know what I mean? And what I feel like is for people who know your family member thugging and knowing they in that lifestyle, I will really plead with them to talk to them people more.
For
and
sure.
talk to them like, hey, you know, I want you to live. You know what I'm saying? Because this is one thing that happens, right? When somebody go to jail, they think it's just them, and their whole family brokenhearted. Like my nephew in prison right now.
Yeah.
Free my nephew Pop.
Yeah.
Man, my whole family heartbroke over this, bro.
Yeah. They just gave my uncle 55 years. He 58 years old. You know what I mean? It's like it's done data.
I'm not laughing, bro.
It's crazy.
That's insane, bro.
But you know the thing about it is though, you know, some people they institutionalize. It's all they know.
Yeah,
You know,
they know how to thrive in there.
Yeah, yeah, and you know,
They be having chefs up in there.
I mean, some people think that they can make $1 million in the pen quicker than they can on the street because they can't function in society because, like I said, this is all they know since they was 13, 14, in and out of juvie. And
Career criminals.
Yeah, and my uncle, they didn't give him 55 years just because of whatever
He didn't deserve it.
he alleged was doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was because of your rap sheet. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't.
That's what they do, though.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They keep letting you know what I'm saying, building it
Yeah.
up. Oh, look at all his priors.
Crazy.
That's
man.
why I was telling my nephew when he was going to court. I'm like, man, look, I think it's best for you to sign up for college because if the judge see that you trying to be a citizen, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They might got a little bit more grace for you.
And there ain't no justice in the justice system.
course not.
I don't believe so.
That's the biggest problem I
it's a
got.
disparity against us.
I
you know what I mean?
understand how the Bible work, how we trying to get it right because everybody gonna have judgment day, right? And we got to get judged by a holy God who never sinned.
Yeah.
Sent the Son to live all the temptations that we lived and never sinned, right?
Right.
And you know, for the justice system, all the judges have dirt on their hands.
Yeah.
The lawmakers, all of this stuff was not designed for black people to survive and thrive in.
I mean, the Constitution, we was 3/5 of a human being, you know.
So I'm saying if we 3/5, then we should get 3/5 of that sentence. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga's stupid.
Hey, like Pac said, man, let the Lord judge the criminals, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you talk about you gonna, you know, take this person to jail because they stole something. I mean, who's the biggest thieves on the planet? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Murder. Young babies and old grandmas for 500 years straight. Like, you know,
Right.
who, for sure. Who put you? So you know, I had wrote a thesis in high school, and in English class, and
What's the thesis for all those who don't know?
it was basically an essay.
A thesis is basically
Right.
one sentence that sum up your whole essay.
Right. So what they gave me was the death penalty.
Yeah.
Right. And so the essay that I wrote on that was basically, you know, if you kill this person because they killed somebody else, well then who kills you? for murdering that person.
Yeah.
No, if murder's wrong, you gonna murder me because whether I defended myself or not, you murder me, then who murders you if murder's wrong? You get what I'm saying?
Nah, it's kind of deep, brother. I don't
It's
know
like
if my
the-
brain falling
Yeah,
asleep.
it's like, yeah. If it's like
Okay.
you take this person's freedom away because
Right.
they sold drugs, but you know the biggest drug dealers on the planet. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
who? Who's the biggest drug dealers? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
and I'm not trying to go too deep, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? 'Cause
I was
I don't want
17,
the FBI trying to shut down our podcast and nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, we want to have freedom of speech, you know what I'm saying? Although there's threats on that, you know, we'll get into that another time. But
yeah, for sure.
I feel like you know, along the lines of you know, just I feel like I want to spread love to more black people because I feel like
for sure.
I gave up on black people a long time ago because I
Yeah.
didn't see no positive changes,
No
and
value.
I didn't want to be Martin Luther King. Look what happened,
Yeah.
or Malcolm X, or Tupac, or Huey P. Newton.
Yeah, I think a lot of Eldridge Cleaver, Fred Hampton, Angela Davis, they took out all of our, leaders. So
You know, and so I just want to just spread love. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
If I see a sister stranded with her car problem, I'm gonna pull up on her. You know what I'm saying?
If you see a white man, would you help him? Well, he said he already got a
He got
400
a 400
year
year head start. Shout out to my brother Steph.
He said, "How did you mess up? How did you mess up white privilege? I ain't giving you nothing."
Hey man, it's a
like,
whole
hey,
other thing.
There was a white man in the gym this morning who passed out. I was the first one over there to help him. I'm like, dang, I helped him up because I'm thinking if my grandpa fell, who would? But
See,
I just got compassion for people. You know what I'm saying? It's like I want to help our people. I want to show our people love because I think it's necessary. I think we need it the most. But in certain situations, it's like, if this white man asked me for $1, I might have $5. But
I think the thing that's hard is
I'm gonna give if I feel it on my heart to give.
Right. Well, which kind of lead to our last little subject was this black versus white, right? And I'm not saying that we against each other. I got white friends, you know what I'm saying?
Some cool white people too.
Yeah. And I put a post on Facebook years ago that I still stand by it.
Yeah.
I need more white friends. I'm tired of y'all niggas.
How
man.
many people tap back in with you?
Zero. They just laughing like it's a joke.
Right.
They laughing at my
they want to be our
just
friends.
kicking a dead horse, you know what I'm saying?
And just so they could do something racist and say, "I got a black friend.
Right.
His name's Darnell."
Yeah. Now, but I got a
Yeah.
real white friend. Shout out my boy Nick, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got more than one white friend. Shout out my boy Matt. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think why you saying these names. I'm like, damn.
I didn't think of Matt right away because Matt, like, he like white, black, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, William.
Yeah. But because the thing is that, like people, I've heard the term, people think white ice is colder than black ice or whatever. And it's just, white privilege, black disadvantages. But I want to say on a positive note, I want to, like Michael Jackson say, you want to be the change, the man in the mirror. I want to be the change that I want to see in the world. So there's a term that I like to say is a universal Negro, right? When I feel like we kind of have those same kind of characteristics where you can be a chameleon. You can be amongst the YNs. Everything's sweet.
I speak Russian.
And shout out all the YNs again. You know what I'm saying? We trying to
We
save
out here with y'all, man.
Hey, we trying to save all the YNs, man. We
ain't
love
forgot
y'all.
about y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Don't throw your life away, man. You know what I'm saying? Your life precious.
They don't even want it. They don't want to hear that.
I mean, everybody want to live, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Roaches want to live.
You know what I tell some
Well, I had a roach problem that I didn't like. I don't got one now. Hey, you tell them they want to live. They don't want to die. Everybody want to live.
Yeah, I told the young cat, man, look, go in the bathroom, lock yourself in there. You know what I'm saying? For 5 hours. If you can handle that, you cool with jail, all right. I'm telling you, that cell hit you different. You know what I mean? It hit you all the way different, man. But you know, you always got a choice. You know,
Yeah.
don't throw your life away. Your YNs out there, if y'all listening, man, you always got a choice, man. And anything time you want to change, you can always change your life. But we definitely gonna wrap this one up for today.
Yeah, man. Hey, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. You feel me?
That's right. Hit that notification
Glory
button.
Tunes on all platforms. TUNEZ. You know what I mean? Follow me on Instagram, whatever.
Yep. IG Jimmy International 23. Tap in with me. If you like this video, we're gonna be coming with some more, man. Tap in with us.